Hi everyone, from today we will be starting a learning series. So let's start off with the basic of pivot table since that is also used for analyzing the data, right? I have a sample data available with me. You can also generate this from ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT to provide 100 or 200 sample data with following fields and it will help you generate. A sample data is required for pivot table. Without that, it is not possible. And additionally, we also need a clean data. When I say clean data, I mean it should not have any sort of blanks. Neither should it has duplicates, and it should be free from any sort of inconsistent cases. So you have shortcut keys to check on your data. So control and page down. It will directly take you to the last row, and control page up will take you to the first row. As you see, my data consists of date, month, store, city, and we have store code, country, manager, category, and sales. Right? Each field has various details, so it is free from any sort of duplicates. Let me select this data. So one way to select is you select the column and just drag it through your mouse. But then other way, it is easy if you're having a smaller size of data, but a huge data, say my data is around 150, right? Yeah, 154. That should be not that huge data, but if you have a huge data, it becomes difficult to drag or select the column manually. So instead, you can do Control A and it will automatically select all the columns. So if you see, it has selected the columns. It is highlighted, right? So it has selected. So you do Control A and Control T. Control T is nothing but you're creating the table. Now creating table is very important if you have a some sort of addition in future and you don't want to invest time again creating the pivot table. So in that case only refresh key helps. Hence it is important to create the table. Now the other way of creating table is you just select and then you have your format, right? So here it says you just select and then format as table. You can select either of them based on your preference. It's just color difference. There is no much. And once you create table, it will automatically select the data range and it has a heading it also states that my table has a header. So if you do not have, then uncheck it. But generally, in the clean data, you will have a table with header. Right? Header is nothing but you're defining what that particular column contains. So I just clicked OK and it created the details in a table format. So my sample data, which was looking like this, is now converted to table format. Now once it is converted, I have a table design open for me. If you see in my sample data where I did not convert the data to the table, I don't have table design option. But here once it is created, I have table design option. Now you can click on this, rename this particular table. Now an Excel can have 5 tables. So for convenient, it's always better to name the table. So this particular contains sale details. So let me update it as sales data. It should be free from spaces as well. And then I'll click on summarize with pivot. Now once I click on summarize, it is automatically selecting the range. Then we have, it is also giving me an option, choose where you want the pivot to be placed. So it's a new or existing. So new will create a new workbook here, new sheet, and existing is something where if you click, you will have to choose the location. Say I will choose my location here. You can still create here. Let's do new and click on OK. So once you clicked on OK, you have pivot data fields reflecting at your right side, and here tables. Once you create the once you update the fields, the pivot data or the pivot table reflects at your left hand side. So just to show, let's see, as you know, values will always be numerical, right? So values cannot be month, values cannot be name, values are something which will be numerical. But yes, you can have, say, if you update a manager, it will show the number of managers in that store or the rows it has, the total count it will give you, right? Same goes with the country. Total countries it will give me. So if you see, Sophia handles 17 stores in that particular country. So this gives me a brief idea, right? Now to make it the highest to lowest, I'll just sort it, and I see Raul in Mexico has the highest number of sales. I want to see how are these sales happening. I would just, the category, okay, this gives a picture, clear picture I can see. Sirakul had clothing, electronics, home goods, which total to the highest number of sales. You can try out with this, or the number of categories as well. In clothing, who was the highest, and if you need month wise, specific to month wise, it will give you month wise, right? Or else if you need, say, I will just filter it on my own, I don't need so much details, so I can say I'll do it July. Yeah, July, Joel, David under electronics, and Michael under home goods. Right? Clear? Now this is how you update the or get derive certain details. So category, let me put it month here and remove the filter. Yeah, you'll be able to get it. Say I want to filter it through managers, I can use that. So that's all I had for today on the basic pivot table. Thank you. We will next learn in the next session about the advanced pivot table. Thank you. Bye bye.